Welcome to Bellow Field on the campus of Tufts University for today's showdown between your Jumbos and the Endicott College Gulls. They say great teams are made in moments of adversity, and Coach Courtney Schutt's Jumbos have shown that, responding to a tough loss at William and Lee with two big wins over ranked opponents against Salisbury and against Trinity in the last week. But before they can get to the rematch of last year's national title game on Saturday against Middlebury, they must get through the Endicott College Gulls, who are looking to get through some adversity of their own, having lost 4 straight coming into this one. And for Coach Schutt's Jumbos, it's about individuals and a team, as this team is really deep and has shown that consistently with different players stepping up each and every game. In the last 2 games, we've seen Emma Joyce have a career performance, setting a program record with 12 ground balls in the game against Salisbury, and Margie Carden following it up with 5 goals in the win against Trinity on Saturday. Who will step up today, and can the Jumbos defeat this Endicott College team? I'm Riley Daniel on this JumboCast presentation, and we are happy to be back here on Bellow Field broadcasting this one as Madeline Delaney gets set in the face-off circle to get us going. It is just absolutely phenomenal to be out here in, finally, some dry weather. The first time any Tufts lacrosse team has been able to actually really get out and enjoy a game in nice weather this year, and we'll see if it can continue the good streak of play here at home, as Tufts lacrosse has not lost a home game all year. Draw will be taken. Madeline Delaney against Katie Shank, the senior midfielder for the Gulls. Shank leads the Gulls in draw controls with 15 on the season. Delaney leads the Jumbos. And here we go, live from Bellow. That one pops straight up in the air and controlled there by El Esperance. Going into the attack zone quickly for the Jumbos. Cuts right. Looks to have a shot. Going to back out. And they'll reset behind the net there. There's L'Esperance. Swung around the outside. Caroline Conahan. The Jumbos getting set here in the Gulls attacking half. Delaney at the top. Spin move. Fake the shot. Goes left now. Delaney around one. On net. Shot just wide. Will stay with Tufts. And once again, Madeline Delaney getting easily to the crease. Just couldn't quite convert there. Joyce. Kate Dean now. She has made a name for herself as a first year. She can look to go here. Little stutter step move. Gets to space. Shot on net is, I believe that was saved. It is saved there in net by Lydia Atkins. And now the Jumbos will look to defend, try and prevent the Gulls from clearing successfully. As chasing there is Margie Carden, the sophomore. Gulls looking to control, but they will not. A great save there on the sideline by Jennifer McLaughlin. And now the Gulls will look to attack down the Jumbos' end. They will set up here behind the net, passing in front, looking to have a shot and a save by Courtney Kaufman. Blocking that one away as a nice little slip pass there to Katie Garvin, who had a shot. Jumbo's a little bit confused defensively as Endicott's going to look to set up here. At the top, that'll be Katie Shank. She's their leading scorer. Endicott just moving around the perimeter. 35 on the shot clock. Another low pass saved there. Looking to have a shot. Jumbo's not going to let anything get through. They got 25 to shoot now. Shank again. Swung behind the net. Controlled there by Leah Black. Jaira Payne with 15 to shoot now. Palermo, the senior, looking to have a shot. Spins on Delaney, and that gets stripped from her. Emma Joyce going the other way. Great strip there from the Jumbos, and now Emma Joyce can look to transition with quickly ahead. Margie Carden. They got defenders turned each way and out. Pass inside, Delaney. Shot scores. What a transition goal there from the Jumbos. Emma Joyce quickly ahead to Dean. Dean found the open woman. That was Madeline Delaney, and just like that, it's 1-0. And that's the real danger when you play against this Jumbos team, is the slightest mistake. After Endicott had a good solid 65, 70 seconds of really good sustained pressure in the Jumbos end, that one mistake and the Jumbos are off to the races and put it in the back of your net. Delaney's going to go back in once again against Katie Schenk in the draw. As the Jumbos have the lead, 2 minutes and 20 seconds into this one. Delaney fights that one off. Can she get it herself? She can't. But Emma Joyce, another draw control, her second on the day. And they'll look to go in transition with the Jumbos. Becca Gable there, Conahan. Now Emma Joyce will corral at the top. She's going to look to go quickly. Emma Joyce in the slot. Around 2, somehow kept the ball with her. Pass behind the net, L'Esperance. L'Esperance going to try and reverse, forced outside. Delaney at the top. She can turn and run around the screen. Had Conahan, didn't want it. Will swing to Emma Joyce. Margie Carden now. She can look to have a hit from here. Margie Carden around the screen. Spin move. Double comes. She resets. Delaney looking for her second. Gets hit in the face, and that's going to be a free position. And likely it will send Matilda Dara to the box early on here. A yellow card for Matilda Dara for what looked to be a cross-check to the back of Madeline Delaney's head. She's going to the box for 2 minutes, and the Jumbos are set up right away. Caroline Walter on the free position. Walter set. Sorting out some clock issues here. Walter set from that right side. She's going to look to have a hit here. Walter in, shot, low, scores. And just like that, it's 2-0 Jumbos. Caroline Walter makes it easily 2-0. A perfect shot going 5-hole on Lydia Atkins. And the Jumbos, just 3 minutes into this game, look to be in a good sense of control. Becca Gable doing a little dance as she swaps out her stick. All smiles here on the turf. Delaney and Schenk will go back at it in the face-off dot for the third time today. So far, Jumbo's 2 for 2 on draws. That one fought for, and it's going to stay with the Jumbos. Alternating possession going with the Jumbos. Emma Joyce quickly going the other way. A little bit too much on that pass, and it'll be corralled by Emily Doan for the goals. Jumbo's ride coming on. Force a dangerous pass. Loose ball. Can Margie Carden get to it? She can't. Great spin move there by Casey O'Connor, and she'll look to clear. Another loose ball. And that one is corralled there by Palermo. She loses the handle. Ball just bouncing everywhere. And finally the goals come away with it. That's Claire Wendell. And she'll swing to Katie Garvin. Endicott can look to get some sustained momentum here. See if they can do what they did their first time in the Jumbos and really get some pressure, get a shot on net. Maybe look to get a goal here. Wendell at the top. Swung to Palermo. Good ball movement here from the goals, but not making any real dent into this very stout Jumbos defense. Mia Smith with a nice step through. Shot is just over on the bounce as she got through 2 defenders, got on net, just couldn't quite find the target. And clock stoppage. Some sort of shouting going on. I don't quite know what the stoppage is here. They're going to reset the shot clock to 30. As the clock should not have been reset, as that was not technically a shot on target because it bounced prior to the goal. So the Gulls will have it 30 on the shot clock in the Jumbo's end. Schenk with it. 1-on-1 against Jenna Gibbons. Around Jenna Gibbons. Shot low. Save Kaufman. Oh, they said that one in. Kaufman looked like she had it, but it got in on the near side. And the Gulls get on the board. A nice shot there from Katie Schenk as she adds to her team leading now 17 goals on the season. And that's one that Courtney Kaufman's going to probably want to have back as the Gulls get right back into this game. And you can really see in that attack the experience this Gulls team has with people like Katie Schenk, who's a senior and has been in situations like this before, knows what happens when the momentum's not on your side and knows how you can get it back so quickly with a goal like that. As Delaney will look to get some momentum back by winning this draw for the Jumbos. Once again against Schenk. Just over 10 minutes ago in the first quarter. That one fought for hard, still bouncing around, and a hold called. Draw control going with the Jumbos. Endicott bench not. Swung Margie Carden now. And the Jumbos will look to set up in the attacking zone as freshman Allie Zorn gets in for the first time. Dean to the outside. Margie Carden on that right wing where she loves to cut in from. Cuts right. Looks to have a shot. Low. Scores. Margie Carden does what she does best, and that's shoot into the corners. And the Jumbos make it 3-1. And the Jumbos proven what's been so good about them this season, and that is their depth of roster. 3 goals, 3 different players, all unassisted. And just like that, it's 3-1. Jenna Gibbons back in for the Jumbos, replacing Zorn. It'll be Matilda Dara in to take this draw against Delaney. Endicott still looking for their first draw control on the day. 0 for 4 so far. That one fought for and draw controlled by Dean. And the Jumbos will immediately look to attack. Behind the net, Caroline Walter. Delaney, or excuse me, Caroline Conahan. On that left wing around the screen from Walter. Behind the net, on the X there, is L'Esperance. Now Zorn with it. Unclear what the call is here. I think they're going to get a 3-second call. That'll be against Sophie Spalding. Jumbo's quickly setting up L'Esperance. To the top, Caroline Walter. Dean looking for someone cutting in. Doesn't have it. We'll play L'Esperance. L'Esperance going to turn and run. Gets baseline. Forced back behind the net. Delaney. Just looking for teammates. Finds one in Caroline Walter. Zorn now on the X, calling out a play. She could just go. Instead, looking for a teammate. Had one. Didn't find Caroline Conahan. And we'll reset with L'Esperance on the X. 30 on the shot clock. L'Esperance, dangerous pass. Gets to Walter at the top. Walter going to stop and start. Spin move. Back middle. Pass. A lot of contact there. Delaney driving hard. Shot scores. Madeline Delaney with her second of the day. And it's 4-1 Jumbos. And all smiles here on Bello as the Jumbos just really picking this Gulls defense apart right now. And you can even see just how high the standards are for this Jumbos team, as after that goal, the attack and the midfield had a long conversation about how they can keep working and improving the ball movement, improving the passing. Just because they can get it so easily doesn't mean that's what they want, because what can work against this Endicott team is not going to work Saturday in Middlebury. It's got to be at the absolute top of their game. And the Jumbos, they want to see the best that they can bring right here, right now, as this is their final tune-up for that championship game rematch. Delaney looking for a 6th successive Jumbos draw win. And that one still being fought for, and I believe they're going to call a foul. It'll be an Endicott possession win. Delaney gets called for the foul. A first draw control on the day for the Gulls, and they'll look to attack. Good dodge there by Gilly Hart into the attack zone. And then around the screen of Katie Garvin. Jennifer McLaughlin with it. Now at the top, that's Wendell. Sun coming out on Bello here. That's a really nice sight to see. Can really feel spring in the air here as the Gulls look to bring a little energy back into their offense, having not seen the ball in this half for about 3 minutes or so. 50 on the shot clock. Jaira Payne. Jumbo's defense just doing a very good job, letting them pass it around the perimeter, but no penetration whatsoever. Good move there by Katie Garvin, but forced off it. Pass inside, shot, and I believe they're going to call a hold. And it's going to lead to a free position for the Gulls. Delaney gets called for the foul. Free position set up for Endicott. Driving hard, shot is low and gets through. And another goal for the Gulls. This one, Carly Pierce's. And they've gone low twice, and it's worked twice. Endicott is not going away as they just continue. When they get the chances, when they get the shots on Courtney Kaufman's net, they're putting them away really clinically. And it's allowing them to stay in this game. We'll see if the Jumbos can get back to it with another draw win here. Katie Shank does lead the team in draw controls for the Gulls, but they have Matilda Dara in here on this draw against Delaney. That one fought for, still being fought for, and Dara comes away with it, fighting through 2 Jumbos defenders to come up with that ball. Great play there by Matilda Dara, and then a foul on Emma Joyce. Ball is deflected, and Claire Wendell will take it in the corner. Halfway through this first quarter, 4-2 Jumbos. Swung, bouncing there. Katie Guerin's able to control it on the second bounce. Gilly Hart now at the top. Wendell. Behind the net now is Leah Black. Endicott skips that pass. Great save there by Garvin. Here's Carly Pierce, who scored a minute ago. Now Gilly. Swung outside. Jumbo's just doing a really good job not letting them get a first step. Little stutter step move. And having none of that one was, I believe that was Reynolds. Oh, excuse me, that was Jenna Gibbons defensively doing a great job just denying Shank from getting anywhere. 20 on the shot clock now for the Gulls. Black behind the net. Wendell against Emma Joyce. And they're going to call a foul on Emma Joyce for the push there. Emma Joyce gives away a free position here to Wendell. Courtney Shute asking why the clock was reset. Shot clock will reset to 11 here. Wendell is set here. Jumbo's defense ready to deny. Wendell, skip pass. 10 on the shot clock, little spin move there. Katie Garvin with 5 on the shot clock. Got to create something. That's not going to happen. Courtney Kaufman collects. She'll look to outlet quickly. Great outlet pass finds Jenna Gibbons, and the Jumbos can look to run. Gibbons with about 30 yards of space in front of her. She could just go all the way here. Skip pass, Emma Joyce. Extra pass. Third pass. Walter shot saved by Atkins. We'll stay with the Jumbos. Great transition there for the Jumbos. Joyce wide open at the top. Around one. In front. Shot is in the back of the net. It's a goal. It's Emma Joyce doing what she does best. She's cutting left. She's cutting right. And she's finding the back of the net. And it is 5-2 Jumbos. And honestly, I don't know how you stop that, because Endicott did a phenomenal job getting their defense back to prevent the transition goal. But they were not just able to prevent Emma Joyce just doing what she does best, and that's just running around people and finding the corners of the net. Jumbo's going to switch out who's taking the draw for them. So this one, I believe, will be taken by Grace Frericks. It will be taken by Frericks, the junior. Fights that one right up to Emma Joyce, and the Jumbos continue their dominance on the X. Kate Dean. Carden. Behind the net, L'Esperance. Conahan to Dean. Dean can look to run around the screen. Instead goes the other way around it. 4.5 to go first quarter. Bench calling out plays. Margie Carden. Stutter step. Spins back middle. Around a defender. Looks to have a shot low off the post. And going the other way are the goals. Quickly coming is Katie Wagner. And the Jumbos caught out a little bit here. Wagner going to try and outrun Becca Gable. That's not going to happen, and the Jumbos able to get back defensively. Pierce gets around Gibbons, and gets the stick slashed out of her cleanly there. And now a trip from behind. That's egregious. That's going to be a foul, and that's likely going to be a yellow card. It will be, as Jennifer McLaughlin gets a yellow card for the trip from behind. And the Jumbos will go woman up again here in the first quarter. Jumbos will clear successfully to Zorn and set up in the woman up offense here. L'Esperance to the top. Emma Joyce pass inside. Carden scores. Way too easy. If Margie Carden gets the ball there, there's only ever going to be one result, and that's the back of the net bulging. Great feed there from Emma Joyce, and the Jumbos woman up unit showing why they have been so lethal on the season, just tearing the wings off the Seagulls defense. (6-2) now as Grace Frericks gets set to take another draw for the Jumbos. Carden with her second of the day. Joyce's second assist on the day. And the Jumbos just continuing to pour on the offense. Fireworks getting set for this draw. Draw was set. It looked like Endicott had one woman too many on the field. Green card for Endicott. It'll be Jumbo's possession. And the Jumbos will go woman up once again. Coach Spellman asking for a volunteer to serve the bench penalty. It will be taken by Mia Smith, and the Jumbos unit up will go again. Emma Joyce, around 1, around 2. And she'll set up the offense with Kate Dean. Delaney on the right wing. She's going to turn and run. Delaney cuts inside. Pass to Emma Joyce through 3 defenders. A lot of contact, and that's going to be a penalty. Another foul. Looks like another card might be coming out. They're looking, and I think they're going to get another green card for too many women on the field. As we will wait for the referee's call here. Another green on Endicott, as they had not gotten rid of their too many men the first time, still keeping all of their players on the field. And now they will go 2 women down. And that's just a really unforced error on the Endicott bench. And the Jumbos now. Referee's counting up to make sure Endicott has the right number this time. Now they're 1-2 short. A lot of confusion going on here on Bello. A lot of counting going on here. 3 minutes to go, first quarter, 6-2 Jumbos. Free position for Emma Joyce on the right side of the crease. Joyce pass over the head of Caroline Conahan. Margie Carton going to be able to save that with great hustle. And that's the they're going to call it out of bounds. An unforced error, the first real turnover of the day for the Jumbos. And that has been a story between these two teams in terms of turnover margin. Jumbos averaging a +4 on the season. Endicott -45 through 6 games. That is not a number you hear very often in D3 lacrosse, as Jenna Gibbons going to look to attack. Endicott gets 1 out of the box, though they don't seem to realize it. Now they're going to get back in. Jumbo's 1 up. Delaney. Conahan. Pass, skip pass. Margie Carton through 1. And unclear what the foul is. It's going to be on Endicott. It'll be a free position for Margie Carton. Endicott back to full strength. Carton set up perfectly. Carton in. Shot scores. A hat trick for Margie Carton. And the Jumbos up 5 with 2 minutes to go in the first. And at this point, it's starting to seem like a question of how many goals the Jumbos want to score today, because it does not seem as if the Endicott defense has an answer to their passing or their shooting. Delaney back in on this draw. Margie Carton, she could break her mark from Saturday of scoring 5. She's already got 3 in the first quarter as Delaney gets set here against Matilda Dara. That one fought up in the air. Joyce is going to come down with it. Or she can't get it the first time. Does the second. Her 3rd draw control on the day. Pass ahead to Margie Carton. Looking for goal number 4 maybe. L'Esperance. Behind the net, Caroline Walter. Jumbo's just controlling all aspects of this game. Dean. As the Jumbos look to run another set play. Dean is just going to turn and run around 1. A lot of contact and a free position. A push there on Endicott, and Dean will have a free position in a very dangerous spot. Dean in straight shot, low scores. And this is turning into a rout quickly here on Bello. 8-2, the Jumbos have scored 4 in a row and are pulling away from the Seagulls, who cannot seem to find anywhere to land. Jumbo's going to have to get a sub quickly here. And they will. It's getting Zorn in for Walter as the Jumbos just narrowly avoided making the same mistake Endicott had made in having too many women on the field. Coach Shute making sure Jumbo's communicating well. That one pops up high. A lot of bounces. Still bouncing, and somehow coming away with that one was Katie Shank, but then her pocket was picked by Emma Joyce, and the Jumbos will attack again. Zorn behind the net. To the corner, Caroline Conahan. One of the few Jumbos who is yet to get on the scoreboard today. Conahan around the D and screen. Spin move, back inside. Backs out. Emma Joyce will reset. Shot clock turned off. Final minute, first quarter. Margie Carden. Jumbo's just playing a little bit of catch here. Content to hold, probably for her last shot. Emma Joyce. She's not content with anything. Shot is in the back of the net. Emma Joyce with another one. The Jumbos with another one. And it's 9 here in the first quarter. 50, I believe, is the number I heard for Emma Joyce on the season. A crazy number. As that is 15 for Emma Joyce. What a performance she's having this year. Already been named the NESCAC Player of the Year of the Week once this season. Looking to maybe do it again. Though she might have to fight Margie Carton for that honor, the way Margie's been playing the last week. And Delaney will try and win another draw for the Jumbos, who could look to attack to maybe get into double digits in the first quarter. That one sky high, and draw control from Madeline Delaney. Jenna Gibbons going to turn and run. Gibbons around a defender, and a look to attack here for the Jumbos. Zorn behind the net. Fake the pass, now finds the pass to Conahan. 15 to go in the quarter. Conahan. Gonna run a little set play here with Emma Joyce setting a screen. Goes left. 5 now. Conahan cuts inside. Ball bounces around. Jumbos with 2, with 1. Shot's got to happen, and that's the end of the quarter. After 1 here on Bello, the Gulls got 2 early on, but it's been all Jumbos since, and they lead 9-2 at the quarter break. As we get set here for the start of the second quarter, we will just kind of lay out for you what the schedule is looking like for this Jumbos team. Obviously, there is no game that they have had scheduled on their minds longer than Saturday afternoon at Middlebury. They got the best of the Panthers in the NESCAC title game 9-8 last year, breaking their 44-game unbeaten streak. Middlebury got revenge in the national title game as Molly Liberty, Kathleen Delaney, and company couldn't quite hold off the Panthers' attack. But the Jumbos, they know they want revenge, and they know they're going to have to be at their tip-top on Saturday to do it. And here on Bello and on JumboCast, we'll have the same matchup, but it'll be the guys, 2 of the 6 remaining unbeaten teams in D3 Lacrosse, the number 8 ranked Middlebury Panthers and the 2nd ranked Tufts Jumbos, who I've got to say, I'm disappointed did not get the first spot after RIT's loss last weekend. Will square off here. Additionally, the Jumbos, they got a challenge tonight as they play Union, who are ranked 5th in the country, and they need to win that game in order to stay unbeaten here and give us that unbeaten showdown on JumboCast. Additionally, you want to tune in tomorrow afternoon. We'll be at Saul Goodman Field for a baseball showdown against UMass Lowell. Andrew Howe will be on that call. It'll be a great one, so make sure to tune into that one. Excuse me, UMass Boston, my mistake. As Jumbos just keep rolling on all teams, all fronts, all the time. They don't call it March Madness for nothing. We got about 8 games this weekend, and you can see every single home game by Jumbo's teams on JumboCast, including 5 this weekend, with men's lacrosse here against Middlebury, and doubleheaders both Saturday and Sunday for women's softball. So make sure to stay tuned as we get set to start the second quarter here at Bello, 9-2. And a goalie change for the Gulls. Entering for them is Caitlin Brissett, a sophomore from Annandale, New Jersey. She has about 21 minutes of game time this season. Delaney again on the draw, once again against Matilda Dara, who's had a little more success than Shank. Delaney knocks that one up high and gets the draw control. Jumbo's looking to get to double digits quickly. Walter, behind the net, L'Esperance. Conahan now, around the L'Esperance screen. Delaney at the top. Emma Joyce. Gonna set and run another play through her, around the Delaney screen. Slams on the brakes, goes right. Getting hacked by 2, pass down low. Jumbo's have an open woman, where is it? And they're not able to find Conahan fast enough. The Gulls able to re-find their woman. Behind the net with Walter. L'Esperance. 1v1 on that left side. Cuts in. Looks to have a shot. Just wide. Walter able to corral it for the Jumbos. 40 to shoot. Walter now. Fakes the spin move. Cuts middle. Around 1, shot low, save by Caitlin Brissett. Saving the first shot she sees on the day. And now Endicott can look to clear. L'Esperance not going to make that easy. as that was a dangerous pass, but I think they're going to get a foul on Becca Gable. Another dangerous pass. Loose ball. Ground ball being fought for. And it's going to be a foul, I believe, on Endicott. L'Esperance going quickly. Pass inside. Walter trying to get an edge. Forced off it. And she'll go behind the net. Dean. Pass in front. Just missed Emma Joyce. Ground ball corralled there by Walter. Dean now. Jumbo's going to back out, reset. Caroline Conahan. Now on the X is Margie Carden. Around one. Slams on the brakes as she cuts in front. Pass to the top. That's Walter. Drives right hard. Slams on the brakes. Has Joyce coming hot. Joyce shot scores. What a play there. Walter slams on the brakes. Finds Emma Joyce coming with speed. And Emma Joyce finds what she finds best. And that's the corner of the net. 10-2 Jumbos. And the Jumbos just tearing this Gulls defense to shreds right now. Delaney going to take another draw. This time she'll be against Annabelle Gray, the first year from Londonderry, Vermont, getting her first draw of the day. Delaney against Gray. Endicott looking for their third draw control on the day. Jumbo's already in double digits as Emma Joyce gets that one clean, and she's going with a head of steam. Joyce through two, pass in front, a lot of contact, and that's going to be a free position for the Jumbos. Margie Carden to take. Carden has Joyce in a wad of space, going herself, shot in front, scores. Margie Carden's fourth on the day, and that is number 11 for the Jumbos, who are going to make me look up about 18 minutes into the game what the record is for Jumbo's goals, because they could be on pace to do something very special here today. Margie Carden with her fourth on the day. And the Jumbos looking to break their all-time goals record, which is 26, set in 2018 against Wellesley College. And looks like they're going to get a violation on Madeline Delaney. It'll be a draw control one there by Annabelle Gray for the Gulls. Katie Schenk now. Cutting inside, looking to go. Slams on the brakes to the top now. Jaira. And now that is Mia Smith. Payne. And now to the other side. And that one will be taken there by Katie Garvin. Garvin has 11 goals on the season for the Gulls. Nicole Genga being just denied any sort of penetration by Kate Dean. Now it'll be Katie Wagner trying to run against Mary Grace Reynolds. And now on the X, the Gulls control. That one just dropped there by Schenk. Jenna Gibbons out to force her back. 40 to shoot for the Gulls. Good spin move by Schenk. Shot low. Good save by Courtney Kaufman. As she skips that high. Shot clock resets to 60. Cutting inside was Kiana Napolitano, but she was pushed off it there from good defense inside by Becca Gable. On the X, once again is Wagner. Good spin move there from Napolitano. Tries to get inside. Becca Gable not having any of it. Smith now. 30 to shoot. And a foul going to get called on Delaney. Free position for Mia Smith here for the goals. They're going to call it off the fan, so it'll be set up here. Smith cuts inside. Spin move. Looking to have a shot. 3 jumbos come in. And the ground ball picked up by Shank. 15 to shoot for the goals. Pass inside. Low to high. Scores. Kiana Napolitano with a little sidearm dandy. And the goals get their first goal in about 10 minutes. Her 5th on the season, and that one had a little bit of Irish with that skill. Going low to high with that sidearm shot. You see a lot from the men's team here, from guys like Tommy Swank and Kurt Brune who love that shot. Napolitano imitating them really well, and just no chance for Courtney Kaufman to save something from that short of a range. Jumbo's making a substitution. Emma Joyce out. Delaney and Gray again. Gray's won 2 of 3 here against Delaney. The only goal who is currently greater than 50% on the X here. That one goes sky high, bouncing around. Still being fought for. And I think they're going to get a violation on Madeline Delaney. Quickly going Shank. Skip pass outside Katie Garvin. On the X. That's Katie Wagner. Ground ball and a foul there on Arden Meyer, the first year. A little too ambitious trying to go through the back to get to that ball. Becca Gable doing a good job denying Katie Garvin anything. 60 to shoot for the goals. Pass inside, looking to turn and shoot. Was Shank. That one well wide, and it'll go to the Jumbos. Reynolds going to look to start the clear. Pass there, Meg Hatton's got it. And she can look to run. Pass there, and that is controlled quickly for the Jumbos by Mastabuano. She got her first goal of the season against Trinity at the weekend. Behind the net. And now Walter. Jumbos rotating the squad a little bit here. Carden. To Zorn on the X. Slams on the brakes. Pass to the top, Walter. Delaney with that just calmness about her. Spin move back inside. Forced off it. Skip pass. Mastabuano. Being forced behind the net by Shank. Fake the pass to Carden. Now that one is taken by Hodge. Mastabuano behind the net. 20 to shoot for the Jumbos. Delaney. Pass inside. Couldn't quite find Zorn. Ground ball is corralled by the Gulls. Trying to drive through about 4 defenders and doing so successfully. Sophie Spalding. But can she outrun Caroline Walter? No. The Gulls will have to try and clear traditionally. Will they be able to save that in? Yes, they will. Second attempt at the clear is successful. Oh no, it was not as they look to have it. But then another unforced error from the Gulls. And then one given right back. And Endicott in. Shot there, not taken by Wagner. Pass to the extra pass and a foul on the Jumbos. As chaos emerging here on Bello. As both teams committing unforced errors. A really dangerous pass from Courtney Kaufman that has led to this free position attempt for Katie Garvin. Garvin shot low, high, save Kaufman! That one being fought for on the ground. Which way is it going? It's sticking with Endicott. Free position behind the net, Napolitano. Endicott just swinging it around the circle. One of the referees had to duck to get out of the way of that. That one's on the ground. Mary Grace Reynolds collects. And she's going to look to start the transition for the Jumbos. Becca Gable now. Passed and controlled there by Jenna Gibbons. Delaney coming hard middle. Instead, Gibbons will go behind the net to Zorn. Oh, she had one inside. Instead, almost threw it over the head of Marjorie Cardinal to back up to save it. Cardin looking for her 5th on the day. Spin move. Double comes. Spins around another. Forced behind the net. Pass to in front. Zorn just couldn't corral the ball before she tried to go down with it. Still being corralled. And coming away with that one nicely was Walter, who will set up the offense again. Mastrobuono being told to play from the bench. She'll go to the X and hand off to Zorn. 40 to shoot. Zorn looking for someone inside. No one there. Little handoff. Mastrobuono with 30 now. Fakes the pass. Cuts inside. Just muscles it in and scores. And that is just pure will, pure strength, and pure height that allows Mastrobuono to do that. She just said, I don't care that you're there. I'm moving you, and I'm sticking it in the top corner of the net. And it is all Jumbos, 12-3 here. And Jumbo's having a little bit of communication here about who's going to take this draw. I believe they're going to send Kate Dean out to do it. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to send Frericks back out too. Mastrobuono's 2nd on the season has given the Jumbos a 9-goal lead. Frericks. Referee trying to get set here for this face-off. 6 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. We are finally set to resume play. And that draw is going to be controlled by Kate Dean, who then gets slashed. Jumbo's going quickly. Dean, little stutter stepping around. And the offense will go again for the Jumbos. Zorn. Behind the net there is Lucy Hodge. Zorn collects. Mastrobuono, will she do it again? I mean, when you have half a foot on the goalie, you can do that. Pass inside, just couldn't be controlled. Zorn able to snag it, shoot, score. Oh, my word. The scoop, the shot, the score, and the Jumbos have a 10-goal lead. Her 6th on the season for the Bedford High grad. And the Jumbos, looks like they're swimming out there on the bench, enjoying every minute of this absolute massacre of the goals. And you want to talk about the impact first years can have on this program. Look at those two. Number 25, Allie Zorn, and number 4, Kate Dean. Immediately making impacts. Dean, starter from the moment she walked through the doors here. Zorn comes off the bench each and every game, giving you big impact, and in the last couple of games, been really influential getting on the score sheet. Frericks out for another draw. 4.5 to go in the quarter. That one might go out of play. If Dean can win the race, she can control it, and she can. Great hustle there from Kate Dean. Just as I was giving her praise, she proves just why I should keep doing it. Walter. Hodge behind the net. Zorn. Oh, had Walter. Finds Walter. Shot. Save. Good save there from Caitlin Brissett. And then good hustle from Lucy Hodge to keep the ball with the Jumbos. Mastrobuono. Carden. Shot. Scores. Way too easy. Margie Carden for the second game in a row gets her 5th on the day. And the Jumbos hit 14. As the clock continues to run here on Bello. I'm not quite sure why the clock. Okay. Under 3.5 to go here. And back out to try and win another draw is Ferrix. That one's sky high, almost a replay of the previous one. Same result. Kate Dean comes away with it, and that's a card there on Gilly Hart for the cross check to the back of the neck of Kate Dean. And once again, the Jumbo's woman up unit's going to get some action. Dean gets double teamed, gets it immediately to Walter, and now the Jumbos will set up. Hodge behind the net. Fake the pass to Mastrobuono. Zorn now. Long pass, Dean's able to save it. Carden. Pass inside, a lot of contact, and a free position coming for Grace Ferrix. In about the most dangerous spot you can have a free position at about a 10-degree angle from straight on that right side of the arc. Ferris goes hard, shot, scores. 15 for the Jumbos in the first half as they are putting the hammer down on this Endicott team. Jumbo's bench upset as there is not apparently a theme song for Grace Ferrix. She's got to get one now after she's put a goal in the back of the net, especially a beauty like that one. As we go to the final minute of the first half. JumboCast fans, put in the comments what Grace Ferrix's goal song should be. And we will read those comments out later today. That one sent sky high. Ferrix knocks it ahead. Dean fighting for it, being kicked around, and Jenna Gibbons comes away with it. Draw control for Gibbons, and the Jumbos will look to attack with 20 seconds to go. Carden behind the net to Zorn, 15. Zorn calling out a play. Mastrobuono with 10. She could just go herself here. She might have to. And a free position. And that's going to be the end of the period. As the Jumbos weren't quite aware of the clock. Question is being asked of Coach Courtney Shute if she wants a timeout. And that is halftime here at Bello. Score at the break. The goals of Endicott 3 and the Jumbos have put up 15. We'll be back with you in about a dozen for the second half to see if the Jumbos can break that all-time scoring record. Stay tuned. Welcome back to JumboCast. We get set here for the second half. I have Niles Lowe alongside me. Niles, what are your thoughts on this first half performance we've seen from the Jumbos?
Yeah, Riley, like you mentioned, bit of a one-sided game so far, but I would say the Jumbo's performance and their domination has really come in the center of the field, not just the goal-scoring area. They've really controlled the draw throughout the game. They've been able to control transition both ways, both on offense as well as on defense, and that's helped them control the flow of this game. It feels like at some points the Gulls just really can't get back into it even if they wanted to.
Yeah, and it's got to be very just frustrating for an Endicott team coming in off 4 losses to have to play against this Jumbos team. Wow, that's a trip there. But are there any Jumbos who you think have really stood out to you in this first half?
Yeah, I think Cardin has had a great performance, especially near the goal. Really dominant, just able to really score from any angle. And I think, like you mentioned, and like we just saw, a lot of the Jumbo's scoring opportunities have come from unforced errors on the side of the goals, whether that's, penalties and fouls in the middle of the field or free positions sort of near the goal. I think the Jumbos are doing a great job in this game, but I think the Gulls are really letting them back into it as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a problem the Gulls have had all year is Emma Joyce just misses another goal. They have been minus 45 in turnovers on the season. That's just not going to cut it, especially when you're trying to play against a team like the Jumbos.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a big thing that you're going to see from the Jumbos in the second half is really using a lot of the shot clock to control the flow of the game, especially now that it's running clock. I think as long of a first quarter as it was, I think we can expect that the third and fourth quarter might move by pretty quickly.
Yeah, though if you're the Gulls, you just want to keep going, try and get it back out of running clock and try and look to maybe get back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it starts right here, right? Like a good stop on one end, moving into transition, and now you got to set up your offense and really get a go at it. Get some good shots on goal and set your players up for good opportunities.
Yeah, well, for all the Jumbos' offense was amazing in the first half. Their defense did just as good of a job, if not better, just really, as we saw there, denying Endicott from getting any sort of penetration.
Yeah, and this is the difference right here. Endicott gets the ball on one end and pushes hard in transition and then sets up their offense. The Jumbos are looking to score the whole way here.
Yeah, they are, as they immediately going to get set up here with Hodge behind the net. Obviously, Niles, you broadcasted a lot of games last year with last year's team. How much do you see development from some of these upperclassmen who didn't have as big a role last year who have really stepped up?
Yeah, big time. I think the big difference here is not having the same goalie really changes the way your defense works.
Nice shot there as Kate Dean gets her first of the day, and the Jumbos get 16. Well, you can't speak to her development because she's just a first year, but she is already making her mark here on Bello.
Absolutely.
And I mean, Niles, obviously you've done a lot of lacrosse. At what point, if you're Coach Courtney Shute, do you say, all right, enough is enough? I want to save my players, save their energy, knowing you have the game of your season on Saturday against Middlebury?
I have to imagine they either made those changes at halftime or they'll be making it pretty soon. At this point, you'd rather see the development of younger players, freshmen and sophomore, rather than sort of running the same midfield lines or attack lines that you've been running so far.
Yeah, I guess the biggest surprise that I saw coming out of halftime was that Courtney Kaufman was still in net. I was fully expecting to see Pascal DeBurn in net.
Yeah, it was interesting. She was warming up at halftime as well. I wonder if we'll see a switch either late in the third quarter or going into the fourth quarter.
That one goes about 15 feet in the air. And it'll go to Endicott. As Endicott will look to attack here. And looks like they're going to get a foul on the Jumbos. Endicott with it there. It's Claire Wendell. Swung to the top. That's Shank. Oh, they had a good set play going there for Kiana Napolitano coming off a back screen. But that pass was just a little off, and another unforced error for the Gulls. Dangerous pass again from Kaufman, but a nice spin move there for the Jumbos. That one done nicely. A really good spin move there by Fernanda Poole. Now at the top, little spin move, slamming on the brakes is Conahan. And a turnover going the other way are the goals. And then a push in the back, but Endicott's going to keep running through that is Palermo. And then another turnover if Jenna Gibbons can win that race, and of course she can. Fernanda Bull trying to keep it in. She can, little up and under, but can't corral it on the ground ball, and it'll stay with Endicott. And ball protection, a message being shouted out from both sides. As playing a little bit of pinball here early on in this second half. Behind the net now is Bailey Sheehan. Looking for someone inside. And just being tracked every step of the way by Friars. Good cut there, Napolitano, shot scores! Great little cut in by Kiana Napolitano, and then low to high to get it in and past Courtney Kaufman. The 6th on the season for Kiana Napolitano. And we get set here for another draw. Once again, Grace Friarix out for the Jumbos. This time against Claire Wendell, taking her 2nd draw on the day. Endicott's done a better job these last quarter and a half of at least getting it back to almost 50-50 in terms of draw controls after not winning one for the first 12 minutes of the game. Part of what helped the Jumbos get out to such a big lead. That one is controlled there nicely for the Jumbos by Sammy Rothstein. And now ahead to Lucy Hodge. Pass behind the net, MEL. Some of the Jumbos underclassmen getting some real run here. Zorn here. She can turn and go. Around the screen. Slams on the brakes. Around one. Gets double teamed, pass inside, shot, save there. A great save. What a save there from Brissette. I don't know how she saved that. Not only was it from point blank range, but she could barely see as the sun is blinding her. Quickly going the other way, Mia Smith. Pass inside, hard shot, just wide there from Alex Palmero. Palermo shot just wide, and Endicott starting to wake up a little here. Napolitano pass, down low, save Kaufman. Timeout by Coach Courtney Shute, as for a game that is a 12-point contest, the intensity is still very much here on Bella. And yeah, here as we step into this timeout, we can take a look not only just at today, but what is in store for this Jumbos team in the upcoming weeks. They have a trip to Middlebury, as we've mentioned several times, at the weekend, followed by a Wednesday afternoon game against MIT, part of a JumboCast doubleheader next Wednesday, before hosting Conn College next Saturday. Then they finish out their NESCAC schedule with trips to Bates and Hamilton, as well as home games against Wesleyan and Bowdoin. Jumbos will now make that goalie change. Van Buren in, replacing Courtney Kaufman, who had a phenomenal performance today. And it looks as if Mastrobuono will start with it. Or no, excuse me. Then we'll start with Rothstein in the Jumbos end, and here we go. 7 to go in the third. Pass down the line to Mastabano. Behind the net, Yale. And now here on that side, little stutter step move. And what's the call? I think they're going to get 3-second on Endicott, as while that was being possessed by Lucy Hodge, Endicott was in, and that'll be a free position here for setting in. Shot is in the back of the net, and a first of the year for Carolyn Cromwell. And the Jumbos just keep adding on. And they are just in cruise control right now. Clock keeps running, goals keep flowing, and it is all smiles here on Bello. Fireworks out for another draw. See if she can win another one here. So we have just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That one spun out. That might just run out of play. Good hustle there for the goals. It's a great play there by Jaira Payne. And now Endicott can look to attack. Jenga now behind the net. That's Napolitano. She has 2 on the day. She's been really dangerous, especially from that spot. But not going to get the ball there. And then a lot of contact. And it's going to the Jumbos as Napolitano fell down. Not much she can do about that, but she did, in the process, trip a Jumbos defender. Clear attempt here coming for the Jumbos with Nicola Dunlin. And now Mastabano will take it over. Successful clear for the Jumbos. Emma Yale. Zorn on the X. Skip pass. Cutting inside there. Shot from Emma Maricino through 3. Still keeps the ball. Zorn just calling out a play. Jumbo's getting some work with their set plays here. Mastabano around 1. Shot from distance. Somehow that was saved. Still being fought for. Ground ball corralled by Mastabano, and then a foul on Endicott. And the Jumbos will bring the attack once again. Cromwell to Zorn. Fakes the flip, pass down low. Shot from corner, scores. Alexa Maricino gets on the board. 18 on the day. Great little cut in there from Maricino. And the Jumbos just putting new names on the scoreboard. And Endicott making an interesting choice here. Lydia Atkins coming back in. And I don't really understand the rationale behind that one. You have a sophomore who's been playing phenomenally, and you're going to bring back your junior starter into what can be described politely as a non-competitive game. Looks like the Jumbos have someone new in on the draw. They do. As fighting for that one was Sophie Anatensa. Still being fought for, and the draw is controlled by the Jumbos with Fernanda Pull. And then a great job there from Endicott and Claire Wendell to knock that free, but the Jumbos still come up with it. Amaricino. Hodge, Zorn behind the net. She could just go 1v1 here. Spin move. fakes the up and under. And they'll slam on the brakes. Cromwell will go with it. Cromwell lost the ball. Quickly going the other way is Endicott. And they have numbers. 5-on-4 if they hurry. Clear successful, but a horrible pass there. And another unforced error for the goals when they were in. Bella Monteleone gets it stripped from her. Ground ball being fought for. She's able to shovel that one ahead. And Sammy Rothstein controls for the Jumbos. Maddie Caress now gets through 2. Everyone getting in here for the Jumbos. Spin move. Pass inside. Zorn just couldn't come away with it. A lot of contact, and Endicott comes away with the ball. Cromwell back defensively, but a good move there to get some space from Ramallo. And that one by Mia Smith. 30 to go in the period, and that's going to be a foul on the Jumbos, and looks like a card's coming out. It is. That one's going to be shown to Sammy Rothstein, as the senior is going to go to the box for the next 2. For a cross-check, Jumbo's man or woman down unit will get their first opportunity of the day. Skip pass, little cut in, and they're going to call a foul on the Jumbos. And that'll set up a free position for Endicott and Nicole Genga with 15 seconds to go in the period. Shot going hard, saved by Van Buren. And she can just chuck this up because there's like 6 seconds left in the period. Foul on Endicott. That'll see the period out here at the end of 3 from Bello. Jumbo's 18 and the goals 4. And the Jumbos, I mean, it wasn't the same level of intensity that we saw in the first half, but they still brought it, and that's really what you love to see, that every single player on that team, when they step on the field, they're giving it their all, and they're really showing up. And I will give the goals a lot of credit. I've seen a lot of teams come into Bello Field, go down big to Jumbo's teams and put their head in the sand and not give their full effort. But the goals are competing, they're fighting, and they're putting their best foot forward. And that's really great to see. We've seen really good performances. I want to highlight 2 goals here. I want to highlight Caitlin Brissett in net. While she was in net, she did a really phenomenal job, made a couple of saves she had really no right to save, including one that was skipped off the ground while the sun was blinding her. And then I want to highlight the senior, Kiana Napolitano. 2 goals, basically on the same play, with that little fake and then cutting right around the net and going back around herself to score. She's definitely showed why she is a leader on this team today. And the goals have a lot to be proud of here as we enter this 4th period. I mean, for a team that had come off some really disappointing performances, some blowout losses to some not great competition, to come in here and fight with the Jumbos is really impressive, and they should feel confident going forward. As we look to takeaways from this game for the Jumbos, the primary one is that the offense is good, the defense is good, and the midfield is good. Oh, and the goalkeeping's good. But it's good. It's really, really good. But it's going to have to be this good or better if they want a chance of beating Middlebury on Saturday. Because Middlebury is not going to commit a dozen unforced turnovers. They're just not going to do that. And so if you want turnovers, if you want free positions, if you want odd woman rushes, you're going to have to earn them yourself. And that is the takeaway from today. The Jumbos have all the skill to beat Middlebury and to contend with the best D3 has to offer and go back to where they were last year, if not further. But they have to play like this each and every day because in a league like the NESCAC, in D3 lacrosse, there are no off days. Face-off draw here. That one spun away. Ground ball still being fought for, and they're going to get the Jumbos, so draw control for Endicott. Woman up for another minute 20 for the goals. Long pass. Space there for Palermo. Pass inside. Bouncing around, and it is controlled by Caroline Cromwell. Cromwell's got to get rid of it. She's being doubled. Ball deflected and intercepted by the goals. And then a foul on the Jumbos, but a good, real smart foul there, preventing Caroline Rocco from attacking. Palermo calling out a play. 45 to go on the woman up for the goals. Pass down the wing. Back to Palermo. She can look to have a shot from here. Instead, she'll send it to Genga. Shaheen swinging it around quick. Good ball movement. Pass inside. Bouncing around and corralled by the Jumbos. Oh, then the foul called late. They're going to get the Jumbos with that one. Caroline Cromwell going to get called for the foul. And a free position, I believe, is going to be dead on here for Claire Wendell. It is. Wendell lost the handle on it, tries to get a shot now, and eventually she will not get a shot as the Jumbos are able to capitalize on the fact that that ball just popped out of her stick. Jumbos back to even strength, pass down low, and Endicott's shot just skipped just wide. Pass in front, save Van Buren. Still bouncing around. I have no idea where the ball is, and it's going to be another free position for the goals. This one will be taken by Alex Palermo. A little bit of clock difficulties here. Clock's got to be reset. Palermo will have some time to think about where she wants to shoot this ball. Van Buren ready. Palermo shot. Save Van Buren! Pascal Van Buren having a day. Fernando trying to get it over herself. And she's just able to clear it. There. And the Jumbos will now look to attack. Good cut in there by Emersino. All the way just wide with the shot. Maddie Carest. Sammy Rothstein. Zorn. And I believe they're going to get... There's a foul on Endicott. Unclear what the call is. Jumbos will reset the attack. Amersino. Now Cromwell. Fakes going around the screen. Goes the other way. Amersino. Parallel. Pass inside. Shot is saved. But the Jumbo's going to get a free position here. This one will go to Lucy Hodge. About dead on here for Lucy Hodge. Looking for her second on the season. Hodge straight in shot. Saved. Bouncing around, and the ground ball is corralled by Shank. Going the other way for the goals. And she's just going to run. Jumbo's going to have to stop her. She'll slam on the brakes and allow the Jumbos to get some numbers behind the ball. And a great pickup there by Fernanda Uppel. Pass is controlled there by Nicola Donlin. And then slamming on the brakes is Bella Monteleone. And she will be able to get that one ahead to Cromwell, and the Jumbos clear. Behind the net, Alexa Marcino. Drives middle shot, just wide. Looked like that hit something. Ground ball controlled by Zorn. Skip pass, Lucy Hodge. Clock problems. I don't know what the problem was there. They reset the shot clock, which was correct, but refs wanted to check it. Final 10 to go here at Bello. All over but the final score. Allie Zorn, 1v1. Cuts middle, gets it stripped from her, and that's going to be a free position for the Jumbos. And as someone who grew up in the same town as Allie Zorn, watching her take free positions for years, she is lethal from this spot. Passes instead. Cromwell passed down low. Crunch. And another free position coming. This one's going to belong to Sammy Rothstein. Rothstein straight on. One-on-one against Akins. Rothstein shot low, just wide. Will stay with the Jumbos as winning the race was Amorosino. Now it looks like a discussion coming with the two referees as to whether or not the clock should be reset. I don't know what the discussion was. Zorn has it with 10 now. Cuts left, slams on the brakes. 5 to shoot, goes up and under, shot low, high, scores! Oh my word! She made her defender go left, go right, and stop for a hot dog. But there was no stopping Allie Zorn on that play. A beautiful finish, and the Jumbos stretch the lead to 15 halfway through this fourth quarter. Unclear who's taking the draw for the Jumbos. It looks like it'll be Sophie Antazana, the junior from Miami. She'll be taking that one against Gilly Hart, taking her, I think it's their second or third draw on the day. And a great little spin-off. I think they're going to get a violation on the Jumbos. Yeah. As that was a creative way to try and win a face-off by Antazana. And Endicott will look to attack again. Looking to get something to take away from this. Maybe just a couple of goals. Maybe they can get some sustained pressure, get some momentum going towards their next games and the rest of this season. And a good defensive play by the Jumbos to force that out of play. And they will look to clear. Rothstein. Fernanda Pull. Oh, what a little Euro step there to get around a defender. And she'll look to clear. And she will to Mastrobuono. Mastrobuono surveying the field. Will play Zorn. And now behind the net is Amorosino. Emma Yale. Now at the top, that's Sammy Rothstein. Cuts right. Cross check to the face, still goes, and scores. Took the cross check, didn't matter. Sammy Rothstein was getting that goal no matter what. Jumbo's bench dancing Jumbo's fans applauding. Jumbo's cruising to victory. The first of the year for Sammy Rothstein.
Unassisted time of goal 5:59.
5:20 to go here in this one. Frericks back out to take this draw. That one bounces and controlled nicely there by Endicott. Really nice play there by Leah Black. And now Gilly Hart will look to set something up for the Gulls. Cutting in hard is Napolitano. Sheehan now being just hounded by two Jumbos. Hart. Swung to the outside. Mia Smith. Jenga. Napolitano looking for someone. Has Hart. Pass inside. Jumbos come over to prevent anything. And what's the call? A foul on the Jumbos. Or are they calling it on Endicott? They're calling the foul on the Jumbos. We'll set up a free position here for Bailey Sheehan with 4 minutes to go in this game. Sheehan shot too high. Who won the race? The Jumbos did. And that's what you love to see. Up 16, 4 minutes to go. They're still putting in the effort plays. Donlin being double teamed. Spins around both of them. Has Kate Wuschek if she needs her. And here she is on the ball for the Jumbos. Gets around one. And a second. Mastrobuono had a lot of space. Is she going to shoot it? No. Bounces that pass over to Rothstein. Yale now behind the net to Armorosino. Mastrobuono calling out a play. Sammy Rothstein will start with it at the top. Goes right. Goes right again. Shot low. Shot was wide, but a free position coming up, I believe. Yeah, it is going to be a free position for Rothstein on the far edge of the arc here. Look for Mastrobuono crashing from that other side. Instead, she'll reset. Amorosino tried the pass. It almost went in the net anyway. And then the goalie trying to clear it here for the Gulls. And Zorn chasing hard as the Jumbo is going to bring her a little bit of a ride here on this Endicott clear attempt. But a really nice job there by the Gulls to clear as Nicola Jenga will get it into the Jumbo's half. Pass in front, score! Mia Smith gets the goal she probably deserved today. After all of those runs that she got in behind defenders, finally just glances and walks right through the wide open Jumbo's defense and gets a goal. And a minute 40 to go here on Bello. And in all likelihood, depending on when this draw happens, if the Jumbos win this, it is almost a guarantee that they will not look to shoot and will instead just hold for the remainder of this game as shot clock is off in the fourth quarter. But instead it is won by Hart. And now the Gulls will look to attack. Mia Smith fresh off that goal. Can she get another? Drives hard. Smith. Around another defender. Cuts inside. Double team comes. And a foul on the Jumbos. And that'll give a free position for Mia Smith in the final minute of the game. Smith gets set against Van Buren. Running around to get set there for the Jumbos. And another goal! Arden Meyer tried to get set. It didn't make a difference. Mia Smith wasn't missing as she bounced that one in off the side netting. Her second in about 30 seconds. And the goals get 2 consolation goals late. And the only question now is, will this draw happen before the clock hits 0? The referee is going to put in the effort so that it will. Everyone's set. Gilly Hart did not seem like she was expecting that draw to actually take place. 3, 2, 1. Draw goes up. Game clock hits 0, and we go final here at Bello. The Endicott goals get 2 goals late to bring their total to 6, but nothing was stopping the Jumbos, who put 20 goals past the goals defense. Stay tuned for a post-game interview momentarily. I'm here post-game with Margie Carton after a dominant Jumbos win. Margie, 5 goals again today. What does it feel like when you guys are just in such control like that?
Honestly, I think it's just a lot of fun. We came out here today, we wanted to start strong, and a big point of emphasis for us was once we stayed up to keep pushing it and to not let ourselves get relaxed, and I think carrying that momentum for the next game. We have a really big game, so honestly, it was just a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we mentioned that a lot on the broadcast. What is the mentality going into Saturday's game, looking for revenge against Middlebury?
Just to bring it. You know, we're still connecting the pieces together. I think this past week we've grown a lot. We're changing some things up, making some corrections about stuff we've been making mistakes on in the past games, holding ourselves accountable for the little things, and just ready to play together, be aggressive, and have fun on Saturday.
One last question before I let you go celebrate. What was the mentality after the Washington Elite game in that tough game against Salisbury when you guys went to overtime, knowing that you really needed that win and knowing you had to dig deep for it?
Yeah, I think last Saturday we kind of had to look at ourselves and know that the way that we were playing at the beginning of the season, we couldn't continue on if we want to achieve the big goals that we have. So Salisbury, we just fell back on our basics, on our blueprint, certain things that we have 5 sayings we kind of keep at heart throughout the hard times during the season. In Salisbury, we just fell back on that, and just knowing that no matter what happens out there, we're going to bring home the W.
Yeah, great teams are made in adversity. This Jumbo's team fought through adversity this week, and we wish them the best of luck as they head to Middlebury on the weekend. Thank you.
Great, thank you.